Hi guys, so today I have a spooky box club unboxing for you. However, for the first time in the whole history of what I remember of a spooky box club, we actually have a double box. So basically, ever so slightly each month the box has been getting later and later, and it's kind of got to the point now where we're paying for boxes which are like 3 or 4 months ahead of time. So I think they're just trying to close the gap a little bit, so they sent us 2 boxes today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to still open them in the order of which we paid for them. However, I am going to split this into 2 videos just because otherwise you may be here for hours on end. So as you can see, the boxes are a normal size. There's just 2 of them in there. So fortunately, I pulled out the right one first. This is the Spirits and Spells box. I have to say, with this theme, I've been really looking forward to opening it. I'm not quite sure what kind of things are going to be in here, but I'm hoping that it's going to be very magical. So here is the glorious sticker that's on the front. It just says Spirits and Spells, and it has this kind of like magical fire, light, fairy kind of glitter thing going on behind it. So this box is the kind of now standard, slightly larger box. I can definitely smell like a herbal smell wafting up my nostrils, so I'm not sure which box that's coming from, but it sort of smells the same as when we got like different herbal teas in previous boxes. So for the first time in a long time as well, I haven't had any spoilers for these boxes, so I am so excited. So on top we have our cheat sheet. We've obviously got our like main wormies, but right here there is a box, and right on top it says bone china mug. So we haven't previously had a mug before, and this one looks so awesome. So it kind of looks like maybe this company makes sort of gift mugs, but it is bone china, which is so good. And it says a lovely mug for you, and on the mug so far we can see that it says Witch's Brew. It also says brewed in hell. Whoa, okay, that's a bit forward. But let's have a look what it looks like. Oh, I can see some broomsticks in here. Super cute. There is a rogue ghost on my mug. I love him. So this is what it looks like. It has got a repeated pattern either side. You can definitely tell that it's a bone china, which is really nice. Inside of the mug it does have these 2 little broomsticks which are crossed over. It's a very simple design. It does have a little cauldron at the bottom as well, and it sort of looks like almost the sticker that you'd put on like a potion bottle. The only thing I'm a tiny bit confused about is this kind of section here. I'm not sure if it's meant to be like a faded, like off black or not, because here it's a very dark black, but here it sort of looks almost like the black has faded. I think it's meant to give it that sort of aged look. At the bottom it says it's the Spirit of Equinox produced piece, which I have got a few of their pieces before, and it is dishwasher and microwave safe. It seems like a good hefty sized mug as well. I do tend to like to make large beverages when I do have a hot drink. And at the moment, I know this sounds so weird, but I've been drinking loads of gravy. I know that sounds so weird, but I have so many digestion problems. Sometimes eating solid food can be such like an issue for me. So gravy is like the perfect substitute if I want something meaty, but I don't want to be bothered with the whole hassle of my stomach slowly melting away. I can see a little bat right at the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these wormies off. There's like quite a big chunk of wormies, but I feel like a lot of it has been pushed to the side because of the mug. So first off, there is some incense sticks. I do go through phases of burning incense. This one is for prosperity, and there are 20 spell incense sticks in here. It does say that you should light this incense and affirm, blessings flow to me this day, my riches grow in every way. On the packaging itself, it does have a witch on a broomstick with a little black cat. I believe, yep, that is a cat, not an owl. And there's like little bats and things flying around here. There's also like random bits of money floating around. So I guess this is meant to bring some sort of wealth. These do actually smell so nice. So I'm starting to think that maybe this is the smell that was wafting into my nostrils rather than herbal tea. I'm not sure why I expected these to be green, but they are black and red. And yes, this is my colour scheme and I love them. They smell super nice, and from what I can remember, I have actually used incense from this brand before, and it has actually burnt quite nicely. Next up in here is the Lollipop. This one is like I don't know why this made me think of a snail, but it's green and yellow. I predict from the colours that this may be like lemon and lime. This definitely feels like it may be a lime lolly. I have to say it's not my favourite flavour. I just tend to kind of stay away from lime things. I feel like it's one of those things that once you get past the initial taste, I'm sure that it's going to be very addictive to eat. Next up is a pin. Oh, this one is so cute. This time it's one of these kind of like silver tone pins rather than like the really colourful enamel ones, and I do like the fact that they do kind of switch between them, and it's also like a double backed pin. So here she is, a little broomstick, very kind of like wavy looking. It makes me think that this broomstick has gone rogue and has like a mind of its own. Like I said, it does have like a double back clasp, so it will stay on there really nicely. I mean to show you this every single time, but I have this jacket which I like personalised, and on this I keep all of my Spooky Box Club pins. So I might as well put this one on my jacket now so that I don't lose it, and so that you can see what it looks like when it's actually pinned onto something. I am actually planning to do some kind of like DIY jacket tours as such, because I have got a few different jackets and people always ask me about my different pins and stuff, so I am planning to do that. But for now, here is the pin that we just got. It does look a lot better now that it's on, rather than having these two big like blobs at the back. So next in here is a cute little book. So it's just like a little red notebook. This is actually going to be super handy to keep in my bag for like uni, but it says Book of Spell. I've since found out that some people got boxes with books in that said Book of Spells, and some got Book of Spell, so apparently I got one of the reject ones. About you, but I'm going to add an S to the end of this because Book of Spell sounds a little bit weird to me. So I'm going to change this to Book of Spells, and they've got like a little bat here, and there's also kind of ties in with that stamp that they gave us in the Haunted Library box. It does also say Spooky Box Club at the bottom, and right here it has a little pencil that sort of fits into this hole which is kind of behind the spine of the paper. It does have this red elastic bit so you can close it off like that. And inside it is just kind of plain paper. There's quite a nice amount of paper as well, and the paper does seem to be quite a nice quality. It doesn't feel like it's too thin or anything, and there is like a little bit of a shine to the outer part of it. I feel like this is going to be a super handy little book just for taking notes in and things and jotting down stuff that I need to remember, and of course I am loving the colour scheme. Next up in my box is something in a bag. Oh, it's got like a little crescent moon on it. I've got my pumpkin coven crescent moon earrings on today. So obviously I was going with the theme. There's a lot of chain going on in this bag, so I think it may be a little dainty necklace because Spooky Box Club do some amazing dainty necklaces, and I love this. This is so gorgeous. I actually really like this. I know I'm kind of more a person who wears sort of big chunky necklaces, but I just think this is so gorgeous. You've got your usual chain, and it does have a little extension chain on it. The main sort of pendant as such is this little moon. Now I thought that this was going to be like a flat little moon charm, but it's actually quite thick, and the chain goes actually through the metal itself. Hopefully you'll be able to see that, but there's a little kind of tunnel through the top of the moon, so that it does actually give it this very kind of like professional look. It does move around, but it is quite heavy, so I feel like it stays sort of sitting central when you're wearing it. Honestly, this is a very simplistic piece. I have been impressed in the past with some of the Spooky Box Club necklaces. I especially like the one from the ghost box, I think it was, which was this cute little ghost, and that one hasn't like seemed to tarnish at all, so I have been able to get a lot of wear out of it. It's going to take me too long to take off all of these so that you can see. This is sort of like where it hangs. So it's sort of a central piece in regard to my chest. It is a very tiny little dainty piece. So I am pleasantly surprised by that one because I do love my crescent moons. So I feel like I'm coming to the end of stuff that's in here. Looks like there's two other bits. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Finally, they have given us another charm for our charm bracelet. Last time we got a charm, I know I did say that I lost my charm bracelet because it snapped. I actually ended up finding it down the back of my other half's bed. So I'm pretty glad I did find it because I particularly liked the little bat charm that was on it. The other one that I got is this little skull of crossbones, and really it hasn't sort of weathered well at all. It's kind of starting to lose its silver. And I did actually end up selling the one from the Blood Moon box, but I think I'll definitely keep this one just because it is so adorable. Again, it's very tiny, but it is this little witch hat. It's on the same little clasp as before. It's got a cute sort of rim to it, and it is actually hollow inside. And I love this little swirl that's going on at the top as well. It does give it that very sort of witchy feeling. So here is what it looks like when it is on the charm bracelet, which the Spooky Box Club gave, although mine is snapped. I am trying to find some way of displaying these. I may actually have them like hung somewhere in my room rather than actually like as a piece of jewellery, just because I am terrified of losing these again, and also don't think that these are sterling silver or anything, so I don't think that they will withstand that much. So the last thing in here, other than some ghosty confetti and some moons, is a print, and I actually quite like this print. I do like the simplicity of the black and white. So it has a little broomstick at the top and a little broomstick at the bottom, and then it says right in the middle, believe in magic, and it has this cool little witch hat. I actually really love it when witch hats kind of fold over at the top. I know that's such a small like insignificant detail, but I just think it gives it that more sort of realistic look rather than the ones that point like straight upwards. Then it's got random little lines and some cute little bats. This is the normal size print that they usually give us, and as I said, I do really like the fact that it's just white and black. There's not any crazy colours going on. I feel like with white and black prints they can kind of fit in with any person's house decor, rather than the one which we got, which was bright green, I feel is a little bit more sort of specific to your own personal tastes. So that was everything which was in the Spirit and Spell box. As you can see, there's just a little bit of confetti at the bottom. I did like this box. I feel like it was a good sort of middle level box. It wasn't my favourite box, but it definitely wasn't the worst box we've ever got. The only thing that I feel like it was lacking was maybe a fabric item, but I 100% understand that these kind of bone china mugs kind of a little bit more expensive to produce, so that's probably where the bulk of the money that we paid for this box has gone. So going back to this cheat sheet, I was going to read you the little bit that it says at the top, because usually there's a little paragraph, but it doesn't actually have that this month. It is the 24th box that they have done. And I've just realised this is the first box where we haven't actually got a patch in it, which does seem a little bit odd. So hoping in the next box that we get, we will get a patch. Now, as always, I will put a link down below if you do want to subscribe to Spooky Box Club. I did also want to mention that I do sell some of my Spooky Box Club items if it's something which I feel like I'm not going to use or that I'm not going to fully appreciate. So I do normally sell on Depop or eBay, so I will also put those down in the description below as well for you if you are interested. So now I'm going to go on to this next box, and I'm pretty sure this next box is called Spooky Q or Dead Q, or give me a second, Dead Cute. So I'm going to stop this video now, and I will see you very, very shortly to unbox this next Dead Cute box. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave them below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!